Harris and Durant in as the forwards. James Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Griffin in at center. And for the Clippers, George and Leonard at the 2 and the 3. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. For teams that were close to a title last year, Smitty, I'm sure opening night couldn't come fast enough.
You're totally right, B.A. Unfinished business at hand, and they are chomping at the bit to get the season going. Unfortunately, in this league, you have only one winner.
Here's Irving. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
You look at Kyrie's shot chart. He's terrific from mid-range.
Jackson against Harden. And he lobs it up to the rim. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. For 3, here's Harris. Drops in the 3.
A creative playmaker. I love when Kyrie zips it to his teammates.
Jackson against Harden. Jackson down low. And Durant with the block. Puts up a 3. No luck on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. It's George on the drive. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Blake Griffin picks one up.
You have to feel a bit for Paul George. Had a rough go of things ever since he labeled himself Playoff P. He knows he'll have a spotlight on him because of that moniker.
And he knocks down the first one. And with George, he caught flack for that. But he used the noise as motivation, Smitty.
And it pushed him to some of his best basketball yet. Paul George always shows up in the playoffs, but he'll need to win a title to lose the doubters once and for all.
And with Paul George, Grant, you know what he delivers. Very consistent in what he'll bring to each game.
I mean, the scoring is always going to be there, but his defense doesn't take a night off either. I mean, very nice and consistent production from him.
The playmaking skills of Kevin Durant on display, capable of whipping passes to open teammates.
Jackson can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 to get things going. Pass to Irving. Launches a 3, and that comes off the assist by Durant. Irving's got 5.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Irving against George. Leonard outside. There's the drive. Durant pulls it in.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
There's the triple. And the Nets, another 3.
I just love the ball movement.
The Clippers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Ooh, Durant with a steal. Harris on the wing. With the crossover. And that's 2 points on the layup. Give him 8.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Make some noise. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers.
The 2K leaderboard highlighting last season's assist leaders. James Harden is second.
Not a lot of guys had better vision on the floor than him. He was able to see passing lanes and ready shooters no one else could.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. And here's Jackson. Pass to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Over Harris. That one's wide left. The Nets have gone 6 of 7 and looking good. An open look for Durant. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus. That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
Pass to Irving. On the take. And the layup falls. Irving's got 7 points.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Now George. Jacks up a 3. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. Harris left side. 3-pointer. The rebound by Jackson.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Leonard. The rebound by the Nets. To the inside. Harris finds Durant. And the shot is good. Harris making the play. 7 points in the game.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
And it's Jackson on the take. And it's Harris with the rebound.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Here's Durant. Here's Harden. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Jackson down low. Defended by Harden. Leonard against Harris. Leonard outside. Shoots over Durant. No good, off the front rim.
He's got to take a back seat right now. When you're ice cold, you can't just keep gunning.
And you look at how Kawhi goes about his business. No social media, no big presence, just does his thing and let his game do the talking.
Pass to Leonard. Can they get it? And he lays it in.
What strength from the seasoned veteran. Leonard loves going at defenders and scoring on them.
Jackson against Harden. Here's Durant. Screen by Griffin. Durant inside. Zubac there. And Durant gets it to go. Durant's gone 80% from the field. 4 of 5 shooting. Here's Jackson. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Leonard outside. And he drives in. And Durant with the block.
Good aggression from KD on D. Hustling to get a hand on the shot.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
Brooklyn basketball. Substitution on the court.
With 1 on the clock. Can't get it to drop. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. And their 3-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead.
All right, look who's coming onto the court.
And he's one of the game's best closers. But to hear Kyrie Irving tell it, he's got to start too.
Coach just wants me to be aggressive,
You know, Grant, when he gets a lather going, Irving can seem like he's got the cheat code.
Yeah, and if I'm the coach, he's got the green light from start to finish. When he gets rolling, it can rub off on everyone else.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Nets?
It looks like they're ready to run today, fellas. They keep getting out on the break whenever they can.
One thing I've also noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off turnovers.
On the floor for the Nets, we've got LaMarcus Aldridge. Kevin Durant is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Bruce Brown. And it's Mills in at the 1. And Smitty, you've been in broadcast journalism for a while now. Are there certain players you especially enjoy covering?
Yeah, I enjoy covering the entire league. You know, all types of basketball. But I will say I enjoy most covering the young guys that I've been knowing for a long time.
2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw is good from Durant.
When healthy, Kevin Durant will always be in the discussion of best player in this league. He can rebound, defend, give you all the points you need, and hit big shots when needed.
Johnson, he's checked in for Aldridge. And both free throws good for Durant. Here's Bledsoe. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. And Durant with the block. And they get it back. Ooh, Durant with a steal. And it's slammed in by Durant.
The 7-footer Durant is a threat to dunk it. Can't let him get inside.
Here's Bledsoe. And the layup is good.
Bledsoe brings it.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Outside Johnson. Pass to Brown. On the wing, Durant. Clock at 6. From 15 feet away. They grab their own miss. Ooh, great D that time from Ibaka. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Here's Mann, guarded by Durant. Now here's Ibaka. Bledsoe for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Durant's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Well, you want to talk loaded college teams? Eric Bledsoe played with some serious talent during his 1 year in school.
Bledsoe went 18th overall in the 2010 draft. He was the 4th selection from his school. Now, John Wall went 1st overall, DeMarcus Cousins 5th, and Patrick Patterson 14th. I'm happy I never had to face that squad when I was in college.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. Irving for 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. Brooklyn's gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Inside, here's Millsap. Up and in from the low block. Millsap's got his first bucket in this one.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Bledsoe outside. Shoots over Mills. Kicks it out to Kennard. The 3. Rebounded by Johnson. The Nets have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Into the lane. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, James Johnson off the drive. Big, strong, but also very skilled.
George passes to Bledsoe. Over to the left wing. Ibaka with it. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Harden comes in for Mills.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Nets.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Harden against Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Going inside. No good with a layup.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Two very athletic teams here, Greg. A game that's sure to produce a lot of highlights.
It makes me think of Stacey Augmon, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside.
So the Nets starting 5. The small and power forwards are Harris and Durant. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Griffin in at the 5. There's the triple. Jackson kicks to Zubats. Harris against Leonard. 5 on the clock. Over Harris. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Outside Leonard. Zubats with the screen for Leonard. Drives to the hoop. Zubats trying to break loose. High post, KD. They get it again. Basket good.
Well, an opportunistic bucket by Kyrie Irving, showing a willingness to get to the offensive window.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Teron Lue and I had a few minutes to share. It sounds like they, like everyone else, will try to prevent Kyrie Irving from getting into the lane. Coach told me Kyrie's a very good outside shooter. But where he really breaks you down is with the dribble drives. You have to put bodies between him and the basket. Kevin, it's a tall order for defenders to stay in front of him. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Outside, KD. Harden with a screen on George. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
When I think of Ivica Zubats, I think about solid big man who is still young and developing. It's really a matter of him gaining confidence at this point.
Now here's Jackson. The dish to George. Just 5 on the clock. They set the pick. James Harden with the rebound. The goal for Zubats is to be a starter in the league.
You know, this guy has started games in the past. He's also played well off the bench. And listen, he's not going to be a guy who shoots with range, but given everything else you need from the center, he can deliver.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Clippers. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats.
Ball.
Off the inbound pass, and it's Durant laying it in.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Here's Leonard. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Harden finds Irving. Knocks down the 3-ball. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
Bledsoe against Harden. In the corner, George with it. And again, no good by the Clippers. Nets leading by 6. Harden has a wide open look. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Irving against George. Over Irving. And Durant sends it back.
Wow, twice on the pipes of Kevin Durant. That's the length coming into play right there.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 10-1 run right now. And the pass to Harden from deep 3-point range. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Irving. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Clippers trail by 9. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Leonard attacking, and he finishes nicely on the way.
Kawhi's game comes with a measure of resolve as a scorer. Contact simply doesn't affect him as much as other players.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Durant. Crafty move, driving in, and then Durant with the dunk.
James Harden.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Which water section wants a teacher?
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Mann's checked in for Leonard. And it's Kennard in for George. And a new group in for the Nets. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Griffin. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. Brown is checked in for Harris. And it's Mills in for James Harden. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Mills. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game, a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas. Brown dishes to Mills. Pass to Irving. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And that one, good.
We know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
Here's Mills. Kicks to Irving. Pass to Aldridge. The Nets working the ball around now. And Kyrie Irving gets the three. He's got 10.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Brown against Bledsoe. Brown the pass to Aldridge. Now Mills. They set the screen. And the Nets, another three.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
Here's Mann. Off target from three-point range. Fires the three. That shot, no good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease.
All right.
And one of the game's elite closers, Kyrie Irving, describes his approach down the stretch.
For me, I just try to feel out the game, think about plays that I could run in order to execute. That kind of I've been holding on to, paying attention throughout the whole entire game where either it's attacking the big or attacking my man.
Greg, that's reminiscent of quotes we used to hear from Kobe Bryant, how certain moves and possessions set up defenders for the next time.
Well, Kyrie definitely has that Mamba mentality. Kobe was a big influence on him, as we all know.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
There's something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Baca is out there with Batum, and it's Mann in at the small forward position. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. EA, thank you. Now the great thing about Durant, he gives you a lot of everything.
Yeah, it goes way beyond being versatile. This guy is a great shooter, an elite historical scorer, rebounder, passer, shot blocker, one of the most complete players in the history of the game.
Griffin, good. And Harris gets the assist. Griffin's got his first basket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Ibaka with the screen on Harden. The pass to Kennard. Over in the corner, Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Jackson. Shoots over Griffin. And Griffin sends it back.
And how about the timing there? Griffin using that athleticism on the defensive end to block it.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Back to Jackson. Stolen by Harden. Johnson down low. Defended by Batum. And Blake Griffin again. Griffin's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
All right, then. Get on your feet. Make some noise for T-shirt time. And your Clippers Spirit.
Substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Mann. And it's Paul George in for Kennard. Paul Millsap's checked in for Brooklyn. A 3 from Leonard. It's hauled in by Harris.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
And Greg, with over a decade you had in the NBA, is there an opening night that you remember most?
Man, that very first time putting on that Knicks jersey. The game was in Orlando. I played 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, and I'll never forget that night.
Zubac finds Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
So for the Nets, Irving comes in for Blake Griffin.